Bombe di Calciomercato, the new Serie A season is around the corner. 12 days away. Game day 1 is on August 17th. Incredible. Teams are rushing to complete the rosters. Obviously, they want to try and get as much as they can for match day number 1. But there's still going to be some deals after that. The Calciomercato ends on the 31st of August. Some last-minute occasions. But a lot of names being thrown out there. Nico Gonzalez, Cope Miners, Abrahams, Emerson Royal, Julian Alvarez, Nico Gonzalez, so many names. And so let's start right away with Juventus. Juventus, very active this Calciomercato. They started very strong with Douglas Luiz, with Thuram. Kind of slowed down. They had to sell some players, including Sule to Roma for 35 million euros. And now it's a bit of a waiting game. So they're still trying to get Coop Miners. Is Atalanta willing to lose another big player for this upcoming season? With the injury to Scamacca, he's gone for almost the entire season. Rottura del crociato, 7 months at least. Is Atalanta willing to lose Coop Miners as well? That's the big question. So there was a deal in place between Napoli and Atalanta for Foloruscio, 15 million euros. Atalanta has told Napoli that they're putting aside the deal for now. They're not going through with it because they need that money to replace Scamacca. So if they don't have a replacement for Coop Miners and they're keeping the money for a striker, I don't think they're letting Coop Miners go, especially if there's the Supercoppa that's coming up against Real Madrid. Then they have the Champions League to play. Losing two important players in the same transfer market is very hard to replace. So I'm not sure they're going to go through with it, but Juventus has other options. The latest rumor is that Juventus would throw Chiesa and Samani at Inter, who is interested in signing Chiesa for free in January because his contract ends June 2025. So they're willing to throw in Chiesa plus some money to try and get Frattesi, who would be the number one option after Coop Miners. So it would be a very interesting deal. Not sure Inter is willing to let Frattesi go after only one season. He's a very good player. Even though he's off the bench for Inter, he could be a starter everywhere else. So that would be a one option scenario for Juventus. Juventus also trying to complete the wings. We said it, Sule is gone. Yildiz is still renewing his contract. They don't trust Kostic, and Chiesa is no longer part of the Juventus future. So the new name is Nico Gonzalez. From Fiorentina, Fiorentina still want 40 million euros for him. That's not nothing. Adeyemi has said that he wants to stay to Borussia for another season. So that is where everything stands with Juventus. Speaking of Fiorentina, they're on the verge of closing a deal with Genoa for Albert Gudmundsson, a very good striker. That was one of the objectives for Inter this transfer market. It didn't go through with them. They're still stalled because of Arnautovic and Correa. So 25 million euro deal between Fiorentina and Genoa. They're very close. It would be a prestito onoroso of 6-7 million euros plus an obligation to buy at 18-19 million. A 2 million euro a season deal for Gudmundsson at Fiorentina, who is also trying to bring in De Gea for the net, for the goals, so for the goalkeeper. Interesting move, a name that would bring obviously a lot of hype to Fiorentina. He's a very important player. He's won a lot of trophies. So Fiorentina moving along very well as well. Fulkrug, ex-Milan objective. Borussia Dortmund sold him to West Ham. He has done his medicals and physicals, so he is a West Ham player. Milan still trying to close out the Emerson Royal deal. They're talking to Roma for Abrahams. He would be the second to Morata. Guys, Milan not willing to pay the 25 million euros that Roma is requesting. They're trying to add some players in. Jovic, Salzmaker. Somebody said Okafor. I wouldn't trade Okafor for Abrahams. At that point, just keep Okafor. And that's it. Alexis Sanchez goes back to Udine, where it all started for him in Serie A. Good move. I think he's going to get to play a bit more. Is he going to save Udine this season? We'll see. Julian Alvarez, Manchester City, who had requested to be moved. He wants to play more. Apparently, the deal is very close with Atletico Madrid. So according to The Athletic, the two teams have found an agreement on the amount. They're still trying to figure out the payment methods, but it's going to be, according to them, a done deal. So a big move for Atletico Madrid, who lost Morata, don't forget. Nico Williams apparently is going to say no to PSG and Barca. He wants to stay at Atletico Club for one more season. Bonaventura signs with Al Shabab, ex-Milan, ex-Fiorentina, going to Saudi Arabia. Roma, they bought Dovbyk and Sule last week. They're not done. They're trying to complete the Bellanova move as well from Torino. 25 million cucuzze. That's what Torino wants. A lot of money for Bellanova. So we'll see if that gets completed. Attabor from Atalanta goes to Rennes. And tomorrow, Como does the Varane presentation. Apparently, it's going to be something crazy. Let me know what you think. Write in the comments. I can't believe Varane is going to Como. Have a great soccer day, guys.